Welcome back, viewers. So our question for today is are we truly too busy to teach our toddlers? Do we not have the time to teach them? We're not talking about skill today. We're not talking about supplies. We're not talking about activities, creativity, or anything like that. That doesn't matter today. Let's say you had all those things. I'm just addressing time today. Do we actually not have the time to teach our toddlers? Or do we not know how to take advantage of their daily experiences, their daily activities, these teachable moments while we're on the go? I know, great question. I want to hear all your guys' comments. Let me know in the comment box below. Make sure you guys like this video, make sure you guys comment, and make sure you guys subscribe. For those who do not know me, my name is Kelly, and this is Teaching for Tots. So as I said, we will be talking about whether you actually have the time to teach your toddlers and what does our time look like throughout the day. Our time is very consumed right now. I mean, some parents' time is split down to just seconds of time that they have by themselves. So where's all our time going? I know we have to cook. I know we have to clean. I know we have to break up fights. I know we have to separate kids. We have to be creative in punishments. We have to potty train. For some of us who have multiples of kids who are up under the age of 2, I mean, that can be very, very busy. Some of us don't have just one toddler. Some of us have multiple toddlers. That's me, for the record. I have 2 toddlers under the age of 3. I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. So I completely can understand parents who have toddlers, and not just have toddlers, but have multiples of them. So teaching your toddlers can be a lot. I mean, having to set that time aside, that alone can be stressful because you may not have that time to set aside. Or do we? And I just want to tell you that I think that we do have the time to set aside. And I want to address that today. I want to give parents, especially parents who are busy. So if you're a busy parent, if you're a mom that's on the go, if you're a dad that's on the go, if you're a caregiver that's on the go and just constantly busy going to the grocery store, going house shopping, having to get gas, all these different errands that you have to run, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, having to work, and then having to switch hats from being your mom hat to your employer hat to, sisters and wives hats. Well, guess what? This is the video for you because we're going to address that today. I'm going to give you guys 5 great places to teach on the go. 5 great places. These places are going to include places that you go every day, I'm sure. If not every day, then every other day. And if you're visiting these places, even if you're only visiting these places 2 times a week, that is 2 times a week that you are scheduled to teach your toddler. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like to know that 3 times or 2 times or 4 times this week, I for sure was able to make time to work on letters, numbers, colors, shapes, sounds. I was able to work on communication with my toddler. I was able to enhance their vocabulary with my toddler. I know I am. I love seeing my toddler read. I love hearing my toddlers talk. I love hearing them communicate effectively. And I love seeing them grow. So, and I know every parent wants to see that. So I want to give you guys some of those skills today. So let's go ahead and get started. The number 1 place, and everyone goes here, and I know you guys are at least in this situation, if not every day, at least every other day, that's in the car. That is a great place to teach your toddler. In the car, I mean, whether you're on a 5-minute ride, a 10-minute ride, a 30-minute ride to a doctor's appointment or to the grocery store or to the gas station, these are great teachable moments. It's a great time to set aside time to teach your toddler. Now, in the car, we get distracted. We want to listen to music. We may be on the phone. We may need to reply to some messages, or we need to text a message or send a message. Or some toddlers just fall asleep in the car, honestly. So it may not be the parent. It might be the child himself, him or herself. They may just fall asleep. But if you can train your toddler to stay woke in the car, which is not very hard to do, if you can train your toddler to stay woke in the car by communicating with them and showing some interest in the things that they're doing and things that they're learning, then they'll be excited. They'll get used to talking to you in the car, and they'll know that, hey, this is gonna be a time that me and mommy are gonna have our time, or me and daddy are going to have our time. And we will be able to go over in letters and colors and shapes. And they're going to ask me how my day was. And they're going to ask me what kind of ice cream I like. And they're going to talk to me about, what happened on my TV show and different things like that. They're going to talk to me about the trees and the letters on the buildings and the signs and the lights. So if you can get your toddler used to that, they will stay woke in the car, and you can use that as a teachable moment. The car is a great place. It's the number one place. Most of my child's learning takes place in the car. We talk about all kind of things in the car. I'm not going to go into details about it because I'm actually going to show you guys a video. At the end of this video, I will have about 3 to 4 videos, clips of me teaching my toddler on the go, because we're going to be crazy busy today. So I'm not going to keep you guys because I want you to be able to watch those videos. Y'all guys can come with us as we go to the grocery store today. I have to go get gas today, and we have to also take my mother somewhere and run an errand for her. So we're going to be in the car a little bit today, and we're not going to let our education stop because we're on the go. The next place is the gas station. Every time I go and get gas, it's much easier for me probably to just leave my little one at home or bring them in the car, but be on the phone the whole entire time while I'm in the car driving to get gas, and then while I'm outside pumping gas, just kind of reading the meter or staring off into space. But instead, I use that time to teach my little one. And so you guys will see an example of that as well. The third place, and I separated these two places because some people will say, oh, well, a store is a store, but that's not true. There's a difference between a multi-purpose store like Walmart or Target or a grocery store. Now, a multi-purpose store, that's a great place to teach your child as well. It's a great place because you can increase vocabulary, you can increase your communication between each other, and even if your child is not speaking yet, it's a great time to just pour into them. You do not want to pour into your child for results. Your goal is to pour into your child and pour into your child and pour into your child, and then I promise you, you will just see those results that you want. And talking to them is a great way to do such a thing. My 11-year-old today, when he was 3 years old, was speaking incredibly well. And every time people would see him, they would always ask, does he have siblings? Is he in school already? Is he in daycare? And I would always tell them no. And they would insist like, whoa, he has to have siblings, because children, especially firstborn children who's only child, are not speaking this well. They're just not. And I said, well, I have some tips that I can share, and your child will speak just as well, because he had no siblings. He was the only child until he was 4 years old. And then, of course, once he got a sibling, that he was a baby, so they wasn't communicating. But it's because I spent so much time talking to him and increasing his vocabulary and pouring into him and helping him to speak. And not just helping him to speak, but encouraging him to speak. And we'll talk about that on a different video on how to get your child to speak. But this is this is definitely one of the key ways to get your child to speak if your child is not speaking. My 18-month-old is speaking and speaks very clearly. And so is my 2-year-old, speaks very clearly, which you guys will see in the videos. But a multi-purpose store is definitely a great place. It's definitely great for vocabulary, and it's also great for them just to learn new things and touch things and see things. But my favorite place is the grocery store, and you will see how much fun we have in the grocery store. I mean, the grocery store is a great place because you can touch on everything. We go to the grocery store just for a review. If we're working on numbers and colors and shapes at home, guess what? We go to the grocery store just so we can have that review of those numbers, those colors, those shapes, those sounds, the alphabet. And then we tie it all together, and we may add some texture in there and add a little bit of math in there. We may add vocabulary in there. It's a great place. I mean, the grocery store is a great place to learn. It's literally like going to school, but better, because I mean, you meet one of your needs and the child has a great time, and it's free. I mean, you can do it the way you want to do it. You can help curve their learning the way you want to curve their learning. So I love going to the grocery store, and I love taking my little ones to the grocery store because it is just a great time. The last place that I put for my list was the doctor's office or the dentist's office, some kind of appointment. Appointment places are great. Today's time, they're actually a little bit too fancy for me. Like my son's dentist office, it has like a whole little play place inside of it, like McDonald's or something. And it all has like games and TVs everywhere. And we don't utilize those things actually when we go, because realistically, that is a great time to teach my little one. It's a great time for them to work on communicating and work on numbers and shapes and colors, because on top of having these fancy little objects and toys for the kids to play with and to keep them occupied while they're in the waiting room, they also have learning things. Every appointment place always have learning things. They always have books, they always have colors, they always have some kind of words somewhere that you guys can read and spell out and sound out. And you just have to be creative when you're doing it. So that would definitely be one of my key places. But there's a ton of other places, you know. The gas station is a good place. The post office is a good place. The bank is a good place. These are all other great places. But those top 5 are places that most parents go at least weekly. And that's a great time to set aside to teach your little one. I'll give you guys a great example. My son, who's my second son, he is 8 now. When he was 4 years old, I remember taking him to the dentist office. And we were actually at the dentist office for a very long time. I don't really remember why we were there for so long, but we were there for a very long time. So long that I decided to teach my son how to tell time while we're there. Now, this particular office, we went to, it was a long time ago. And so their office was very plain. There was nothing in the dentist office. I mean, there wasn't toys, there wasn't books, there wasn't anything. We were literally just sitting in the waiting room. But they had a clock. And you know what I decided to do with my 4-year-old? I decided to teach him how to tell time. And so we probably waited for 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'm not really for sure how long, but I know it was a very long time. And I remember telling the nurse when we went back in the back, when she finally came and got us, she's apologizing about how long it took and saying how it'll never happen again and things of that nature, even though I know it would. And I told her, oh, it's fine, because this was a great time to teach my son how to tell time. And all throughout the appointment, I kept quizzing him on what I had taught him. And from that day forth, my son could tell time. And all I needed was a clock. And so it's all about being creative and using these teachable moments, using the time that we do have, that very little bit of time, even if it's only 45 minutes while we're in the waiting office, or if it's only 15 minutes while we're pumping gas, using that time to teach our little ones. And they just learn so much. And they get used to a lifestyle. You create a lifestyle for them of education. So having a educating lifestyle makes them look for education everywhere they go. Everywhere they go, they're looking on what they can learn, what they can pick up on, how they can develop their minds. And that is a great skill and a great thirst to have for little ones. So I hope that these places were really, really helpful for you. I hope that you go to some of these places and take advantage of the teachable moments with your toddler. But stay tuned, watch the videos, and make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me if when you guys are in the grocery store, did your little ones do any of the things that you see in my videos? Or when you guys are in the car? Or were you surprised by anything that my little ones were doing? Or if you have any questions? And I'll see you guys next week. Hey, you ready?
Yes.
What's your name?
Isaiah.
Put your feet down, please.
Isaiah.
Thank you. Do you know your last name? Isaiah what?
Isaiah Austin.
Very good. How old are you?
2.
2. Do you want to do some practicing while we wait for Granny to come out the nail shop?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go over our sounds first before we get started on letters and reading and stuff. What sound does A make?
A.
What sound does B make?
B.
What about C? What about D?
D.
What about E?
E.
What about F? What about G?
G.
What about H? What about I?
A. E.
What about J?
J.
What about K? What about L?
O.
E. M? What about N?
N.
What about O?
A.
What about P? What about Q?
What?
R?
U.
S? T? U?
A.
V?
V.
W?
W.
X? Good job. Y?
Y.
Z?
Z.
Very good, Isaiah.
I give her ice cream now.
We are going to get ice cream after we wait for Granny. We gotta wait for her to come out the nail shop. But while we're waiting, let's go over some words that start with the letter A. Yeah. What word starts with the letter A?
For apple.
What else is for A besides apple?
And.
Very good. And what about ant?
Yeah.
Yep. And we also have ape.
Ape.
Because A makes the A sound like apple, but A also makes the A sound like ape. Can you say ape?
Ape.
Very good. What about the letter?
B.
Okay, go with B. What word starts with the letter B? What starts with B?
For ball.
Ball. And so B can start with ball or
And basketball.
and basketball. Yep, basket.
And soccer ball.
Well, yeah, balls, but basketball is a good one because basket and ball starts with a B, not just ball. What about butterfly?
What about butterfly?
Yeah, butterfly. What's another word that starts with
B.
Well, no, let's do a different letter. What about the letter T? What starts with the letter T?
For tiger.
Yeah, tiger. What starts with the letter Q?
T for tiger.
Yep, T for tiger. But what about Q? Let's go on to Q.
Okay.
What starts with the letter Q?
For question.
Yeah, for question. Q can start with question or quilt,
Or
queen,
queen. Or rain.
or no, not rain, because rain has a R sound. And what letter makes the R sound?
Or R.
Exactly, R makes the R sound. Like
Rain.
rain or rainbow
Rainbow.
or ring.
Ring.
What about the letter E? Can you give me a word that starts with the letter E?
Egg.
Egg. Now, E makes the E sound like egg, but E also makes the E sound like ego. Can you say ego?
I thought it.
Can you say ego?
Eagle.
Very good. Ego.
Let's try with the eye.
Okay, let's try the letter I. What sound does I make again?
Ah.
No, what sound does I make again? Exactly. Eh. So, what's a word that starts with the letter I sound?
For igloo.
Exactly. So, I makes the I sound like igloo, but I also makes the I sound like ice cream. Who wants ice cream?
Me and Gabriel.
And Gabriel. How does your brother Gabriel?
1.
Yeah, he's 1.
Gabriel, do you want ice cream?
Yeah, I think he wants ice cream. Good job, Isaiah. So what about the letter O? What's a word that starts with the letter O?
For orange.
Orange. That is great. And it's a good word because O sometimes says I, but it also sometimes say O, like orange.
And owl.
And owl. Very good. And what about octopus? Octopus.
And octopus.
Yes, an octopus. So sometimes O says I, but sometimes O says O. What about the letter U?
Oh,
What's a word that starts with the letter U?
for ostrich.
Well, we're done with O. Ostrich is a good word for O, yes. But let's go on to the letter U. What's a word that starts with the letter U?
Now go to P.
Well, that's yes, O comes after P. I mean, yes. But O comes before P and P would be next, but we're not going in order. We're going to go to the letter U. Can we go to the letter U? Can you tell me a word that starts with the letter U?
For umbrella.
Umbrella. So U makes the sound like umbrella, but sometimes U makes the U sound like ukulele. Can you say ukulele? That's kind of a hard word. Say ukulele.
Ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele starts with a U. Yeah, ukulele. It starts with a U. Ukulele. It's kind of a hard word.
There is you. It's for.
What'd you say, Get?
There's a number 2 up there.
That is right. There's a number 2 up there. Let's go down aisle 2. Oh, look it. There's the bread.
Bread.
Bread. What letter does bread start with?
Bread.
Bread. What letter does bread start with?
For B.
B. Bread start with the letter B. All right. We're not going to get no bread today. We're not here for bread. But let's go down aisle 2.
Let's go down to you. 2. There's the number 2 over there.
Yep, the number 2. Because there's learning everywhere. Learning is everywhere.
There's 2 in the other 2 too.
Yeah, it's a bunch of 2s. Do you see any other letters and numbers?
Just one. Let's go.
I see. We see colors and everything. What color is this?
Hey, let's go down here.
What color is this, Isaiah?
Red.
Red. Very good.
Some
We have colors and numbers and letters and words everywhere.
There's 2.
Yeah, there's number 2.
There's number 2 over there.
Yes, it's in 2 places. Get it? Two places? All right. Ooh.
Some cereal.
I do see the cereal. And I see the peanut butter. Yes. What sound does the letter peanut butter start with? Peanut butter. What letter is that starts with peanuts?
For P.
P. Peanut starts with the letter P.
9.
Yes, and then you see the number 9. Very good. See, we see numbers and colors and shapes everywhere.
Yeah, I see some shapes. I see one.
Oh, goldfishes.
Ow.
Goldfishes. We love fishes.
I see some letters.
I know you see some letters. Do you want me to get some Go-Gurts?
Yogurt.
Can you tell me what letter Go-Gurt start with? You can tell me, then I will get some. What letter does Go-Gurt start with? Go-Gurt.
For G.
G for Go-Gurt. Yep, then you can get these.
I can't eat them.
Not right now, but yes, you can eat them. All right, we're here for one more thing. Let's see if we can find it.
I like yogurt.
I know you like Go-Gurts.
There's some donuts. There's some donuts.
I see the donuts too. What about milk? What letter does milk start with? Milk.
For M.
M. Milk starts with the letter M.
Can I eat it?
Yeah, we're gonna get some milk. So here is our milk. Let's spell the word milk because we have the word milk right here. Spell it for me. Can you spell the word? Okay, here, put this down, okay? And then you can spell it right here. It says M-I-L-L. Okay, very good. M-I-L-K, milk. Milk, very good.
Oh, that milk is.
All right, now we're here for our last thing. It's our first time in the your first time in the grocery store since COVID started, since March 13th. There is pizza. What letter does pizza start with? Pizza. What letter is that? P. P for pizza. We're not gonna get any pizza today.
Just eggs.
Those are eggs. Very good. Those are eggs. Tell me if you see French fries, because we're gonna get French fries.
What's this fries?
I'm happy we came early because there's not as many people in the store.
I don't. French fries.
Those are fish sticks. So it starts with an F, just like French fries, but not French fries. French fries starts with an F as well, but they look like they're gonna be on.
I like those.
You like those?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What is
I
those?
see bags of beans. Beans. Those are beans. Those are green beans. Those are green beans. And here are our French fries.
Fries?
Do you see the French fries?
I see
What
fries.
letter does fries start with? Fries. Fries.
For fish. For fish.
Yeah. French fries starts with the letter F. F for French fries. All right, let's grab our French fries and check out and let's go. Isaiah, while we're waiting, as mommy's pumping gas, how about you tell me what letter comes after G?
G.
What come after G?
H.
What come after B?
B.
Yeah, what come after B?
C.
What come after L?
L.
What come after L?
What at the L?
Uh-huh. What come after L?
M.
Very good. What come after Q?
Q.
Uh-huh.
N.
What come after Q? Not N. Mm-mm. What come after Q?
R.
Very good. What come after...
R.
Yeah, what come after R?
S.
Very good. What come after T?
T.
What come after T?
After T. U.
Very good. What come after P?
P.
Mm-hmm.
What happened after P?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. P. Let's go to P.
Yeah, what come after P?
P.
Mm-hmm.
U.
No, what come after P? What comes next? After P is...
Q.
Very good. Q. What come after V?
V.
Mm-hmm. What comes after V?
W. W.
Yep.
W.
Yeah, W. You're right. What come after...
X.
Yeah, what come after X?
Y.
Yep, Y. What come after Y?
Z.
Good job. Good job. All right, let me get the gas.